beautiful day here, Fairbanks, Alaska, Two Rivers, Alaska. I'm gonna go get some potatoes out of my root cellar. I want to show you my root cellar. I've been reading a book about Fairbanks in 1910, 1915, and every house had a hole underneath it in the ground where they stored their vegetables from their garden and the berries that they took in winter. So when I went to build a root cellar, I thought a lot about it. I had a lot of plans. The best way to do it is to build a cement block wall that'll last the longest. But we were looking for somewhere that we don't drive over in winter, but it gets plowed. And here on the hill, it's like I just couldn't find a good spot. And also, Adam was running out of steam, and I needed his help, and I knew it wasn't going to happen. So I just went with a hole in the ground, and it's worked very well. This is our third winter. I lost my path to the snow thing.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come, Hank. Come. Izzy.
Alright, come here. So I put the root cellar right here by the garden where I could get to it pretty easily. That's just to keep the snow off. Has some insulation. So we dug a hole and then I insulated it 4 feet down to the frost line. And I put some boards around it. Well, the frost is only this deep right now. It's not even very cold yet. But how I get the vegetables out is I just have everything tied on ropes. I just lift it out. I don't go down in there, so it's safe. If it collapses, it's pretty safe. But it holds 6 crates. It would hold more right now too, but it doesn't hold a whole lot. I could always make it bigger, but it's plenty for the 3 of us. For all the potatoes, carrots, and beets. This one is a thermometer. So it's reading 32.
32. That's like 1 degree.
It always reads 32 all winter long, and nothing has ever frozen down there. So the thermometer might be a little bit off, but it's been wonderful. These vegetables taste like the day we put them in. I do red beets, carrots, potatoes, lots of root crops. In the summer, sometimes I use it as an extra refrigerator because it keeps things cool in there. But it's worked really well. I keep my potatoes to plant the next year. I keep my seed potatoes in there. I keep we've had carrots, like I say, till end of April, as long as we wanted carrots fresh. They even taste a little better after they're stored there in the ground. So
Come here, Luke.
It's worked super well.
We inherited a dog. Luke, come here.
I don't need too many potatoes.
Good boy. Wait. Okay, so you lower it back down there. I'm distracting with the dog. There's a dog that just appeared out of nowhere. Luke has been out.
What, you want it up again?
Huh?
Oh. I just pull things up and down on the road.
Alright, so just lower it back down this way.
Okay.
How many things do you have down there?
I have 6 crates. I could easily fill it up to here right now and it wouldn't freeze. You know, that's where the frost line is. So I could put more. But for 3 people, it's more potatoes and carrots than we can eat all winter. So perfect size for us.
Then
Could easily make it bigger.
go ahead and put your thing back together. So hold on, stop. So you take.
You said put my thing back together.
You take 3
Oh.
things, put it back together, so I can see how you do it. So you got those 3. Come here, Luke. Come here. Come on, Luke. Come in. Oh, what a good surprise. Hello. Hello, little puppy pitch. Look, we got visitors. Okay. And then a piece of wood to keep the mice out. And then another piece of insulation because we had it kicking around. And then metal to keep all the critters. Snow, ice. Wow, we got it. You're popular today, ma'am.
There we have it.
Look at Izzy. Play nice.
Isn't it beautiful? Pretty good.
Stand right there and give your final suggestions on. So how far did you dig down?
So I dug 8 feet and it's about 5 feet, probably 6 feet wide and 6 feet long, 3 feet wide, something like that. I might have gone 10 feet actually, because our frost line is about 4 feet deep, so you can see that.
I had down that you went 9 feet in my brain.
So you can't store up to 4 feet deep, you know, to the frost line. After 4 feet, you can start counting how much room you want for storage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I have about 3 feet for storage and 4 feet for frost. So I think I went about 8 feet just to make sure. And I have 3 set stacks of crates in there. Could have done a bit more, but that's really all we need. And it just keeps it so nice, so much nicer than just a refrigerator or something like that. I don't know how to explain it. It's the moisture.
When I take the carrots to work, they taste like we just pulled them out that day.
Right.
And my coworkers, I give them a carrot and they're like, wow, where'd you get these?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just keeps it so fresh. And it's really easy to do. Anybody could do it. It took us 2 days to dig the hole. And here in the compact silt type soil, it's really easy because our soil is so stable. And you could just cut it and it would stay that shape. You could shape it any shape you want to make it.
So
but I mean, it's
carrots, potatoes, what kind of crops in there?
Root crops do the best. Red beets, carrots, potatoes, anything that you grow underground.
Okay.
Cabbage and squash would keep for a while in there too, but the root crops do the best all winter long. So if somebody wants to build an easy root cellar, it's just a hole in the ground and it works really, really well.
Wow. What would you do different? Here, walk us out.
I don't think I'd do anything different. I've been really happy with it. I mean, I guess I could have put it closer to the house, but I also wanted it closer to the garden, so that makes it maybe that way.
Do you have any water that goes down into the system?
No, I've never got water down in there, no.
How do you keep the water out?
I haven't needed to. I guess the boards that I put around it keep the water from getting in there.
Well, I was hoping you remember. Remember when we were doing the whole thing? I said, hey, let's take all the dirt that you're digging and we'll make a V around the top.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And so we
did landscape it a little bit so the water would...
So on the top side of the unit, we took all the soil and made it so that it cannot go into that system.
Yeah, so like in spring when everything's melting, we made it cross around each side so that the water runs away from it.
We've never had water in it. We've never had mice in it that we're aware of. Have you had any nibbles down in there?
No. No, they wouldn't be able to get back out.
Third winter?
Third winter. Yep. So 2 winters. It's worked great. No problem whatsoever. And I've shown it to a lot of people, and I just want to put it out there because when I was looking to do it, I only saw complicated root cellars that would take a lot of work. And
20 grand and
know,
concrete and treated lumber and
yeah.
And you did it.
Block
you did it because you were frustrated in me telling you no for how many years did I tell you no?
Well, I know I really wanted a root cellar, but I saw it was not going to happen. So I'm like, okay, forget it.
So she comes in for lunch
hole.
She comes in for lunch one day, all covered in dirt, and I'm like, "What you doing, sweetie?" I'm digging my root cellar, and I'm like, "Okay."
I'm gonna have a root cellar. And the next day he helped me haul up the dirt because I had to go down in to dig it. And it wasn't safe unless there was another person helping to dig it. So.
And okay, I know we're belaboring this, but tell the story of the piece of grass that we found down there.
Well, we found no organic matter in the soil. It's just silt. And then we found a layer because the driveway had been put in and like dirt had been thrown on top of grass.
20 years ago.
And there was a blade of green grass down there, and just like it had been well preserved all those years. It was quite amazing. We dug it and looked at it and dug it again. There was a little bit of an organic layer in the grass. It was like still green, and
it wasn't just one blade of grass. It was because I had been cutting grass that day, and we thought that it was me putting my boot on the edge and a piece falling off my. But you found quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it was it was the same texture and the same feel of the grass that was on my pant legs from cutting grass that day. It was amazing, preserved. And that's why we see all the mammoth bones and stuff preserved so well.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm reading this book about early Fairbanks, and every house had a hole underneath, and that was their refrigerator. So it's been done for years and years, and I hope you try it. It's really fun.
And do you think you kind of got the boldness from Dave McKee?
Yeah, our neighbor did the same thing.
He had just a hole in the ground.
Just a hole in the ground.
Okay, well, practical porters. Good job, Charlotte.